All right, I am so excited to come back to you all with this special episode. It is our Valentine's Day episode. We are super, super pumped to have this amazing couple here with us today. You've seen them individually, y'all love them, and so we had to bring them back together so you can hear more about how their love story happened here with Teach for America Memphis. And for those of you that might be joining for the first time, this is Alumni on Air. This is an opportunity for us to bring our amazing alums into the Alumni Impact Room, talk about their experiences while they were here doing the work and learning about education equity with Teach for America. And so I'm Dr. Jamisha Hayes. I'm the Manager Director of Programs, Certificate Alumni. And I also have to shout out the amazing James Larkin. He got all of this set up, really has us being official with our new mics. He is just amazing, and he definitely sets up everything for us with communications as well as alumni engagement. So now, let's jump into this special episode about the love of these two amazing people. So, can you please share again your names and your core years?
Sure. I'm Elisabeth Bogart Black, and I am a Memphis alum from 2017.
And I am Cartavius Black, and I'm also a Memphis alum from 2017.
All right. So we see they have the same core year, so we can already assume y'all met in the core, right? Mm-hmm. So tell me the story. How did y'all meet in the core?
I believe we met. You can double back up. But we met the first Friday after we had spent like that full week teaching for the first time over the summer.
Okay.
Yeah. So like everyone had survived their first week. And we were like, we need some real food.
Yep.
And then we need to go and like have some fun.
So I remember that we actually got in the car with a couple friends. I won't name them because one of them isn't too good of a driver. But, I love you. But anyway, we ended up going to Chipotle down by the Target. And we had a nice little burrito, and then we actually ended up going out to on the strip to play pool for one of the first times.
And we lost spectacularly.
Oh, but y'all are winning now. They're setting you up for greatness.
But yeah, we ended up playing pool against the pool shark. So.
Oh. So at Institute, y'all fall in love. Well, now you didn't fall in love. Y'all met each other there. And so it's like, I see you, you see me. But then, so what happened? Did y'all continue talking after that? Or what happened? Did y'all go to separate schools or work in the same schools? How did that work?
And so we started out with Institute in the same school. We taught on the same floor. And I think the last time I was on this podcast, I mentioned that school was where my elementary happened. So that was kind of cool to share the space. But we weren't, nothing was super romantic at that time, at least. I remember vividly, I asked her, and at this point we were still friends. So I was like, will you go with me to my high school's homecoming? And I just remember I was like, I didn't want to scare her off on us. I was like, oh, this is a colleague, this is a coworker. Don't worry, it's just a coworker. But deep down I knew it was, I wanted it to be something more, but I didn't want to scare you away. So my coworker.
Yeah, and we used to hang out. I used to see him every week after the Grit and Grind.
Yeah.
So every dinner, we'd be like, oh, let's hang out. And then it would be like, oh, maybe we should go lesson plan and grab another beer.
Y'all take notes.
That was those free dinners. We would be like, let's go get some free food and hang out.
See, TFA setting up date nights for y'all. Y'all already know that we have grinding grubs now. Y'all can go ahead and come together, get a meal, and then you might end up with the love of your life. So you go into your core commitments. You continued on in your place in school.
Yeah, so I was placed at Hamilton back when it was Hamilton K5. It's now Hamilton K8. But yeah, I did complete my commitment there for 2 years, and then the shake-up, so I ended up going to a charter school after my initial commitment.
And then you?
I was at Legacy Leadership Academy, which is no longer around. But I was having a really interesting time teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So it was really nice to have someone in a very traditional public elementary school to kind of compare what was going on. Because I often was like, am I crazy? And then Cartavius would be like, well, I don't really know, but that doesn't happen at my school. like, let's talk about it.
Oh, okay. Somebody to talk to about work. Somebody help you get through those tough days. Yeah. And so tell me more about the role TFA played in your love story.
Sure. So that was one trip that we took with a couple of other TFA alum. We went on our first trip together. We go on a lot of trips now. This is our first trip together. We went to, was it North Carolina?
Yeah.
And I just, it was I don't even remember what month it was. My memory is foggy.
It was Thanksgiving.
It was Thanksgiving. Yeah, there we go. So Thanksgiving 2017, we decided to take a break from, we've been teaching for 3 months. We was like, oh my God, this is crazy. We gotta get away. We went with two other of our friends, had a good time down there, and I think that was, like I said, I had just invited her to my school's homecoming, and Thanksgiving was a couple weeks later, so I was like, okay, this is getting real. I'm gonna ask her out soon. So that kind of, my friends or our friends in the TFA Corps, that kind of helped me realize that I should ask her more than just be out here. Let me hang out with you.
Oh my goodness, I'm so in love right now, y'all. I love. Okay, so how are you feeling?
No, that was definitely one of after that trip, we were like, oh no, actually, I think we really do have something. But that was part definitely having friends to talk to about it, because we all knew each other. So that TFA community being Cartavius and I went here, and what do we think about it? And just that support, definitely. But
I love it. And so outside of loving each other, because if you don't know anything about these two, they are busy. They do some great stuff in the community. So what are some other things that y'all love? Because I know y'all love each other, but what are some other things that y'all love and that you kind of help us see the picture of who you are individually, and then potentially see how that connects with each other as well?
Ooh. I mean, I love to run. So I'm really big into the running community in Memphis. I love to get outside, love to go hiking. Our first trip, we ended up going hiking to see waterfalls and navigating all of the mountain roads, which he's a lot better at than I am. But yeah, I love being outside, being active.
Yeah, and being outside and active, I went to school in University of Tennessee, Go Falls, if you're in Falls out there. But I gained my love of the mountains down in Knoxville, I should say up in Knoxville, up in Rocky Top, and to be able to share that with Elisabeth was great. I hated running, I really hated running, but I ran my first half marathon with her, first 2 half marathons. Didn't run the full with her. She's a crazy lady. She did run the full, but I did ride my bike around to support her throughout that. So I really enjoyed the running for her. It really is a real thing, a real joy bringer, and I love seeing her with that joy. So I support her as much as I can.
And we did run this year. We ran the 10K together. We were able to finish at the same time, so that was really sweet.
Look at that! We roll together, we run together, add the grind value in there. I love it. And so y'all finished the core commitment. So you did 2017, so y'all started dating in 2017. And then y'all finished your core commitment, and then what happened after that for you two? I mean, y'all had y'all love of running and hiking. Anything else that occurred to kind of solidify the two of you?
I would say maybe travel. We love exploring, taking road trips, going different places. We took some really big trips up north. So Cartavius had never been to, how far north had you been?
I think Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's not the north.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm with you. That's not the north.
And so we went to my brother's high school graduation. We went up to meet my grandmother and my aunts, and we took a trip all the way to South Carolina to the beach to meet my family, and just seeing how well he fits in, and how much my family loves him. It's been
her family's been very accepting. I think another thing for me, at least, with one of our trips, I think it was the first one. She introduced me to Hamilton.
I did. And you had heard before.
Okay.
I had never listened. I think I had listened to maybe 1 or 2 musicals all the way through, but I wasn't obsessed with the musicals. I mean, now I have a tattoo on my arm that says dying is easy, young man, living is harder. So that kind of lets you know how much I do love that music. We're actually going, got us tickets for the 25th.
Yeah. I want like the 21st, I think, whatever, that Friday.
Oh,
the
yeah.
21st, yeah. Oh my gosh.
It'll be our third time seeing it.
Yeah. So my boyfriend is a ball. He went to UT Knox, and he did not like musicals and all that, and like we took a road trip, and I was like, we're gonna listen to the Hamilton soundtrack.
That's how you get them.
And then we got home, he watched it, and now he's like, he's on it, so he's excited to go for the first time.
And I think for me, I mean, it was a combination between the love of like just being creative, a love of kind of some a long time, but also like just history. Like we both kind of connected over the love of just American history, U.S. history, world history, and that musical just put it all together.
It puts it all together perfectly. And I know that you all put stuff together because you both still work together now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they finished their core commitment, which is a key thing for all of you watching. You can be in love, you can run, and you can finish that core commitment. All right, get it all done together. But you also can still do the things you love and live your dream of one day. So what were your individual dreams of one day? Because you're still in the classroom or somewhere in the school system. So explain to us what your dream is of one day, and then how is that, working together, living your one day dream.
Sure. So I just we kind of share how do I put it? So growing together is TFA's thing, and then lifting as we climb kind of comes from my personal side. So that kind of evolved to become my personal motto, and then we kind of evolved for it to be our kind of shared motto. Like I believe that one day kids everywhere can learn to learn from each other, to learn to love learning, and like we can just make it like it takes us to help. Not me and Elisabeth, but like all of us, maybe folks watching, maybe folks not watching. Like it takes us all as a community to help achieve that, and we can all do it in different ways. But I choose to do it by making engaging content in the classroom. But other folks can do it in a multitude of different ways.
Yeah, I know Cartavius always like comments because we now do it. It's spread through both 6th grade teams at our school. Every single class, they start off, someone says like growing together, and then all the rest of the kids jump in being like lifting as we climb. And like they raise their hands, they're like all fighting to be who gets to say the mantra today. But really, I'm really passionate about making sure that children are learning. I mean, again, now more than ever, that they understand their history and they understand like how deeply rooted everything that is happening currently is in our past. And so just really trying to create those critical thinkers, those global citizens. And I know that I can do that through the teaching in the classroom.
And they're doing amazing work at their school. You have a after school program as well that you support.
We are currently on 2 out of our 3 debate tournaments for the year. We got 1 more to go at the end of February. But yeah, the kids have been really excited about it, and we've been discussing IP law and artificial intelligence. So it is on topic. It's current.
I love that. So how do y'all support each other in living your dream of one day? I know y'all work together, but what other ways do you support each other with making that dream a reality? And do that still have time for each other, because I think sometimes with doing the work of education, you're burnt out in some ways, but y'all seem to have a lot of energy, a lot of great things going. So just give us the secret sauce on how to do it.
I'm glad. Sometimes I was just telling James back there, I just got off a really bad sick bug. I felt real run down last week, but I'm glad that people out there are like, oh, we're doing a thing. But no, for me, I know I support. She's just talking about her debate club or debate team. I am happy to serve as someone that just supports that as like a judge and not a coach in that situation. But I do help in like just making sure that the kids, because kids need, in order to even be able to compete, they must have like the school must have a certain number of judges. Yeah. So I serve as a guest judge each time there's a debate.
And I know, like, for me, I taught 7th grade social studies for 4 years.
And I taught 6th grade social studies for
2 years. So we switched, and it just made sense to be like, here's all of my materials. And then, like, collaborate and work on them. Like, hey, this is where you can start from. And that definitely, like, when I jumped from 7th to 6th, I was like, Yes, I would like your entire Google Drive, and
Same.
I want to play around with it. And so that has been like so instrumental because that way you're not starting from scratch.
Yep.
You feel like you've got a partner in the work, because it can get day in day out like very tiring. So you want to make sure that you're not. Also, sometimes just being like, and how are the children? Oh, they're good. Okay, then we can relax. Why don't we just watch? Like, yeah, let's chill tonight, which is really important.
I definitely think that it's important. I love the idea of sharing resources and sharing knowledge. This is the social studies crew, y'all, because I taught 7th grade social studies for 4 years as well. So definitely loving that. But I also think what I didn't have is somebody like you all having this partner, a significant other, to be able to say, hey, let's also, are the children well? And let's take a little time for ourselves. I think a lot of times we get into this work, we see so much that needs to be done that we have to attack it all, and we forget that loving our kids is also loving ourselves. And so I think that's very beautiful. And I know from their love, we have another little TFA baby coming. So can you tell us more about the TFA baby?
Yeah, very, very excited. Coming early March.
Yay.
So we hope that we can see Hamilton.
Yes, yeah, we've got a couple events in February that are like, the 25th is not your day. We've got plans. But yeah, really, really excited. Gonna be a little baby boy, and we're really like looking forward to raising him in Memphis. So.
They're gonna be amazing parents, y'all. Can't you see it? I know y'all in the chat. Like, yes, great. I just want to thank y'all so much. Again, they are incredibly busy, and they really made this happen for me in a short notice as well. So I have to say publicly, thank you. Y'all are definitely a testament to just greatness, and also an example of all of our grind values of growing together, of being rooted in Memphis, insisting on excellence. They never give up. I mean, look, they did the 10K.
Yes.
10K, made it together.
And say it was significant because she was definitely.
I was 27 weeks pregnant.
It's so excellent in the bar. Listen, I'm stunned at work. I can't even run it. I don't even. Okay, so that's amazing. That's amazing. And then dreaming big, you just inspired me to think more about what's possible, because I did not even think that could be possible. And so thank y'all for honoring all the ground values and just being a great testament to what can happen. So we love y'all. We're sending all the good stuff. If y'all need somebody to babysit, I will do maybe 1 or 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Let me know ahead of time. Definitely if it's something with Hamilton, I cannot. But other than that, I got y'all follow rules. I was a nanny in college. Okay, I had it down. All right, I was really good. I have to pull that back out. But once the baby gets a little bit older, though, a couple months in, yeah. But I got you. I will do it. It's on camera. I will help.
Here first.
But yeah, love them so much. And please, in the chat, make sure that you are sending them some love and positive wishes. And if you haven't seen their individual episodes, you're missing out on something great. You get to hear more of their individual stories. So please go back and watch that. And then come back here and watch this and watch it some more and get inspired. Love you all. Hope you have a great Valentine's Day. See you later.